Hello and welcome back. Boy, it has been a minute.
You could say
Uh,
that.
I I could say that, or I could say 3 weeks in a day, right?
I don't think we've recorded a podcast this month.
Uh, no, we definitely have.
The last episode was released like
Actually, I believe
the
you're
end of
right. I
February.
think you are completely correct. Yeah,
Yep.
that is true. Well,
Hey,
okay.
I'm happy we
It
didn't end up missing March. I will say that.
Yeah, I will say it is totally all my fault because I'll go week by week actually. So the first Sunday that we were supposed to record, I got deathly ill from I believe it was salmonella poisoning, like undercooked chicken,
Yeah.
and I was like deathly ill for that whole weekend. And then the next 2 weeks I was traveling, and then yesterday Jack and I couldn't agree on a time to meet up. So yeah,
So we're
it
doing a
is.
little Monday podcast this
Yeah, a
time.
little Monday podcast. It's a little more laid back, not as in the line and boundaries as a Sunday podcast was. We're just here to have
Well,
fun, and
I don't know if I'd call it laid back. This is actually where it gets super intense.
yeah, this is crunch time now. Actually, since we missed three, technically we missed 4 weeks.
Cool.
Great.
um,
So we are actually planning on starting off today's episode with everybody's favorite game. What is Brock eating?
oh, dude, I love this game.
Are you
I'm
ready
sure
for
I'm
the?
sure our audience loves this game.
Are you ready for the bite? Ready?
Yeah, I
Oh,
need to
would you
hear
like
it.
the packaging first? Here
Yeah,
you go.
give me
Hold
some
on.
packaging.
Okay, here's the packaging. Ready?
I hear nothing. I'm sure it'll probably pick up over the
It's a very
audacity, but
plasticky packaging.
plastic. All right.
All right, here we go. Here's
You're
the
gonna have
bite.
to you're gonna have to be really loud for me to hear it.
Oh yeah, no, I got you. Here's the bite.
Okay.
Ready? Give me the countdown.
3, 2, 1, go. Silence. Well, the audience will hear it, so that's cool.
Go ahead, give it a
Um,
guess.
well, with absolutely zero information besides the fact that it comes in a plastic packaging, I'm gonna say you are eating a coffee cake.
I am not actually eating a coffee cake. I am eating a sleeve of saltine crackers.
You can't say that word.
Saltine?
Yeah,
Sorry. Gonna have to
it's
censor
okay.
me. Oh wait, we already censored Jack because he said something really racist in a past episode, so I don't know who he's talking to.
Okay. I did not know it was racist. Okay,
You
well,
should
listen,
you should have
listen,
known.
Brock. We had a 4 week hiatus.
Mhm.
We can have a fresh start. We can leave all this behind us until the Twitter mob digs it up 10 years from now. But, we'll we'll let it simmer for now, okay? We can have a fresh start for the foreseeable future. Does that
All
sound
I'm
good?
saying, Jack, all I'm saying is context clues. Here, wait, ready? I also have a beverage with me.
Okay.
If you would like to guess what the beverage is.
Well,
Ready?
if you're eating saltine crackers, which is
Here,
like
you ready? Ready?
one of the driest things on earth, it has to
You
be
ready?
pretty refreshing. Yeah,
Ready?
I'm ready. Yes. Stop. What? I heard a little bit of something. Sip.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Knowing you, who for some reason, unbeknownst to man, likes to put candy canes in his Coca-Cola and drink it,
During
um,
Christmas time, yeah.
you're probably drinking mug root beer.
Now, Jack, you know I don't drink soda.
That's literally not true.
That is literally true. I do not
What?
drink soda. Yeah.
You just said you drank Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I used to.
Oh, you took. Oh, right. What was that for? Like Lent or something? What do you just or like New
No, no,
Year's?
no. So the story is 2 years ago, I gave up fast food, and I'm going strong on that for Lent. And then last around like Thanksgiving time, September, October, November, that area, I was just like, well, I've been going this strong without fast food. Let's see if I can give up soda too. And I have not had soda since.
Congratulations. That's actually like a really good achievement.
Oh yeah. Oh
Um,
no. Oh my God. It was such a hill to get over, because I went from literally, I was such a bad eater back then. I mean, I still am not a great eater, but at least
yeah.
I'm consciously like choosing water over a lot of like different things. But
Hmm.
oh my God, getting over the hill of not having a soda every day or every other day was tough because it's like it's caffeine. It's sugar and caffeine.
Yeah. I mean, I don't drink soda. I don't drink coffee, tea,
I do not
alcohol,
drink
any
coffee.
literally anything. I'm like a
Yep,
baby. I drink juice,
me
milk, and
neither.
water.
Yep.
Like that's
I'll
it.
have I like an iced tea every once in a while, and rarely, like once every few weeks, I'll have a cup of tea.
Yeah,
But
that's good.
but yeah, besides that, it's
Um,
usually just orange juice and water and milk. I
Facts.
like milk. I'm a milk guy myself.
Yeah. I mean, I understand people who don't like milk for lactose intolerance reasons, but people that just don't like milk because they think it tastes bad are just silly. Like, if you
Hmm.
eat a cookie with milk and tell me that isn't one of the greatest things that mankind was able to achieve, then you're just fooling yourself and everyone around you. So,
Let me tell you about something I discovered years ago. You like Oreos and milk, obviously, right?
I think that yeah, the flavors go well together. I'm not huge on dipping. I think you might as well
Okay.
just take a sip after you eat the
I
Oreo.
am
Or
a I'm a Oreos and milk dipping kind of guy. I
okay,
discovered something incredible. And
yeah.
from everybody I've told it to, they're like, that's kind of gross. I don't want to do that. Just do it. Listen to me, audience.
Oh,
Just try it.
you better not say what I think you're about to say. I watched the report of the week on YouTube and he dips his Oreos in water and says it's better than milk.
No,
You're not about
no,
to say that, are
no,
you?
no, 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 no.
Okay.
So here's what you do.
God.
You get your Oreos. You get your milk. You pour the milk in the glass. You take one Oreo or two. I usually do one. And you put it in the glass and leave it until the end. Right? And then you go about, dunking your Oreo, eating, dunking, eating, and then you drink the milk when you're finished. And then at the bottom, there's this like super milk hydrated Oreo that just kind of like slides out and you can like slide it into your mouth and it's so good. It's like gross, but it's so good.
Uh, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but what you just told me is that you like to orally molest your Oreos before you consume them.
That is not at all what I just said, actually.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm in the hot room again, so I zone out completely half the time. So I have no idea
that
what you
is
said.
that is okay because I'm
It's like
eating.
a
You're in
hundred.
the
It's a
hot
hundred
room.
degrees in here.
Yeah. What's the weather doing up where you're at?
It's actually pretty nice. The thing is though that it's kind of fucking driving me nuts because so I think it was Friday night. Um, one of my roommates left.
Hmm.
And he hasn't come back yet. I think he's still at home or something. But he left his window open, which normally wouldn't be a problem at, the end of March. But we have like today and tomorrow are like 20 degrees outside, and it makes the entire dorm fucking freezing. And he locked his door, so he can't shut the window.
Why
And
don't you put like a towel or a blanket under the door
I'm
to stop the
debating it.
draft?
I'm debating it.
That's what I would
Um,
do.
I might do it. But yeah, now I'm in this other room that's on the top floor, and it's all the heat gathers in here because there's no like circulation at all. It's nice and quiet. I guess that's the only plus side. But
Hmm. Well, let
yeah,
me
what
tell
what about
you.
you? You got weather?
I bet you're wondering about the weather in Tibet, Timor, Jakarta, Indonesia.
You know,
Have we haven't
I
we
was
done?
I was actually wondering that. Yeah,
We've done Jakarta, I think. That was like one of the first ones we did. Hang on. Keep talking. I'll find a new place.
keep talking. Oh wow,
Yeah.
I'm a podcast host. What do you think? Like made of magic or something? I can't do that. But I will say I have a ton of things on my notes. I like to reference my notebook because every time Ethan hears me reference it, he like has an aneurysm. So
That's
I keep
true.
saying that I have a notebook, and this page literally has no more space for anything. It is full. I've never
Well, you
had
know
this
what you
happen
should
before.
find? You know what you should find space to write about? The weather in Kathmandu, Nepal. How's
Kathmandu?
that? That's a
What
good one.
Kathmandu? I like that.
Kathmandu, Nepal currently It is 63 degrees, mostly cloudy. The high for today was 78. Night, you're going to get down to about 60. Really, no chance of rain. It's just going to be, 60 and 70. And it's just kind of an all around, was a nice day today. Um, Currently, high of 78, low of 60, like I said, 88% humidity. Ooh, that's tough. 5 miles of visibility if you're flying, so stay vigilant. Short line of sight today. Winds coming in from the east, 3 miles an hour. No UV index, 0 out of 10, so you don't got to worry about the sunscreen. Sun rose today at 5:57, set at 6:19. Kind of a not short day. That's a reasonably long day. Jack, would you
Yeah,
like to guess the phase of the moon?
yeah. Well, in the 4 weeks that we were off, I actually
Hmm.
spent some time channeling my planetary spirit. So I feel
I
more aligned with the
I
stars than
believe that.
ever,
That's
and
the problem.
all of
I
the
completely
celestial
believe that.
bodies, I am one with
Hmm.
nature and the
Hmm.
sky and space and everything that has ever existed. And my intuition is telling me that it is in fact a waning gibbous.
You were close. It's a waning crescent.
Oh, well, I'm renouncing that religion. I'm no longer a part of that.
Your daily forecast. It's just going to be a nice week. You're only looking about. Thursday's going to be a weird day. It's going to be sun showers, maybe a thunderstorm later in the day, 44%. But all week you're looking about high upper 70s. Friday you might even get into the 80s. And it's just going to be kind of a nice week. Maybe a little rain about halfway into it, but the air quality index, that's new. Unhealthy for sensitive groups today.
Wait. I'm sorry. Did you just say that's new?
Well, we've never talked about it before.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was gonna say you didn't update your iPhone in a while, buddy.
I am not looking at my iPhone. Let's see. Why is it unhealthy for sensitive groups? Members of sensitive groups may experience health effects. General public is not likely to be affected. Uh, Pollen, I think. It says you're really the people with PM 2.5 particulate matter less than 2.5 microns are going to be affected. But besides that, apparently there's the ozone layer is good. There is no nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, or carbon monoxide in the air, so that is good. Uh, yeah, Kathmandu. That's
Nice.
that's the weather.
Um, should we continue to address the current political climate of the
I
happenings that
think
are?
I think that we should currently address uh, Chris Rock last night
Yes,
at the
that is nice.
Oscars.
Well, hold on. So, well, obviously, now that we've done the weather report, we could go anywhere, and we got a lot of stuff to
Right,
cover. But
right.
you know,
I'm gonna eat another
we
cracker.
already talked about it before. But uh, the situation in Ukraine, it sucks. It's been going on for over a month now, which is shocking to me. It feels like it's not been like more than 2 weeks at most, but it has been.
I believe that I
And
read somewhere that Zelensky was in peace deals with Russia to an extent that would literally be like a second Berlin Wall, but except it's just Ukraine. And
yeah,
I don't feel like that would really benefit anybody.
I didn't see that, but I have read like 100 different things. Like the latest I saw was like he's conceding on a lot of the things that Russia wanted to demand from him, like some of the regions or whatever. But I don't
Right.
know. It feels like it changes depending on what source you look at. Every single day it's different. But we'll
Yeah,
see.
exactly.
It feels like there is some progress being made, whether that's good or bad, but it is
I
seeming to
also, sorry
progress.
not to interrupt, but I would like to issue a formal apology to the audience that may be listening to my part of the audio. Quick side tangent. I found out this weekend that I just have, not this weekend, I've always known, I just have uncanny timing. Um, so, for example, the reason yesterday that Jack and I could not agree on a time to record is that I was free around like 2 o'clock to like 4 or 5, and Jack was free roughly around that time. And I get back to my apartment, and the guy next door is playing the drums, as well as both of my roommates decided that it was time to practice their instruments as loud as they can and play music. And I guess what I'm trying to say is sorry if you hear drums in the background because of my uncanny ability to always have things occur just as I'm
Is it
trying to do something.
is that happening right now?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I can't hear it at all. I mean, maybe Audacity is picking it up,
It's definitely
but we'll see.
picking up on my end, but I will do my best to edit it out before I send it over and get it uploaded. But if you hear it, you now know what it is.
I mean,
So
I think we could use a little background music. Sometimes that's nice.
I guess so.
Are they
So
good?
continue.
Because whatever.
Uh,
Um,
I don't want to go into it because I
okay,
know the guy.
that's fair. Um, so I think I'm just gonna. There's a bunch of tiny stuff I kind of want to just talk about because I think there's so much crazy stuff has happened in the last like month.
Hmm.
Um, let's see here. Uh, yeah, did I talk about that? There was a news article. I mean, I guess this is kind of related to the Ukraine thing, but if Vladimir Putin's black belt was revoked by the International Taekwondo like organization, like as a
That's a
sanction.
that's a deathly blow. I mean, I would be embarrassed.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious.
Could you imagine if like it worked in the sense of like once his black belt was revoked, his entire skill of karate was also revoked? Like he just can't do karate anymore.
Yeah, he just loses the ability. That seems like something they would
Yeah.
do in a movie. It's like, well, if you won't honor your special powers, then you don't deserve to have it. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure that was a
exactly.
Spider-Man movie, like
That would
literally.
be funny.
Yeah. You just sometimes isn't there a movie like kind of similar to that where like they just remove the ability for somebody to walk? Actually, you know what I'm thinking of? It's that Eddie Murphy movie, A Thousand Words, where he just like they're like, yeah, you talk too much. You can't talk anymore.
Yeah. That was a sad movie. I watched that.
Well, he didn't die though, right? He like died and then he didn't
He
die because like
he
he
yes,
used it
because his
correctly.
last words was like him apologizing to everybody, and then he died because he ran out of words, and then God was like, "Nah, you're good."
Yeah, you passed the test. You can go back.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a good. That's sorry if we spoiled that for anybody that was looking to watch 1,000 Words with Eddie Murphy, but we
When
didn't.
did
Sorry.
that come out?
Uh, oh, that's definitely a 2000s era. I guarantee it.
2012.
Really?
It's
All right, that's
on.
kind of
It is
later.
on Hulu. I think I watched that in theaters. I kind of remember that.
I may have. I don't know. All right, next on the list. Do you remember back in like I feel like this was middle school where there was this thing going around where people would try and text your iPhone effective dot power and then like some Arabic
Yeah,
symbols
and
and it would like
it
shut
was
down your
supposed to
phone.
shut down your phone. Hmm.
Yeah. That was such a weird memory that I unlocked the other day. It's like that so apparently like I looked into it. Uh like part of that did nothing, but like
I was gonna
it
say,
was
did it
really
ever
it was
do
really
anything?
Yeah, it never worked on me, but apparently it was if you had a very specific update on your phone, it didn't understand how to process the Arabic characters or something, or like some of the characters in like that in the exact order.
Hmm.
Um, and then it would just your phone would just poop itself basically and shut off. That's why it did that. Um,
Okay.
but it just I don't know, I just thought that was really funny. What's next? Did you know that the chainsaw was invented to remove the pelvic bone
Hmm.
during childbirth?
Surgery. It was for yeah childbirth. Yep, I knew that.
That is insane.
It's
That
insane
like,
to us because we are aware that the chainsaw is a tool used for cutting down trees, but at the time, it made perfect sense.
I mean, could you imagine somebody like to like nowadays like giving birth and then the freaking doctor comes in that's supposed to remove the baby from you with a chainsaw? It's like, okay,
Yes,
close
I
your
can
eyes.
because there's a tool that's kind of similar to that where it's just like a circular saw on a stick.
Okay, yeah, all right, yeah.
So
I mean, I
I
guess
can
that's the same
understand
thing.
it. I see it. I see the practical sense for it as it just being like a bone saw. I get it.
Fair enough.
You got to think of it in the sense of like it wasn't like a full size like gas powered chainsaw as we think of it today. It was a
Right,
chain on a stick and it had like bike pedals that you would turn with your hand and that was the saw.
makes sense. Yeah.
Continue.
Um, what did I write here? Swear words are like abilities locked behind XP IRL. I don't
Explain.
know why. I some of these things I think of and I I don't understand why I think of them, but is that not like true?
I don't know. At men.
Like all right, think about it like this, right? You can only use swear words when you're older, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a it's like you reached another level, so you unlock that ability in like a game or something. I guess that could be said for a lot of stuff like drinking or like driving. Not at the same time, obviously. We wouldn't condone that, but um yeah, that's not as cool as I thought it was. Anyway,
That one was a little silly, Jack.
oh,
You
and
can
then
be
I wrote
better.
underneath it you could do like a Ubisoft and pay money to get the swear words earlier, so you could have like a 2-year-old cussing up a storm. Um, let's see here. Oh yeah, I just wanted to say I have a personal vendetta against static electricity. I don't know about you, but like literally, I wrote this down at a point where I was getting shocked every day by like this any object that I touched, and I think it's because like I have like a couple sweatshirts that just do nothing but generate static electricity. So whenever I touch literally anything, it zaps me, and it starts to get annoying after a while.
Okay.
Do you not reciprocate that? Like, do you,
Not. I don't think so. I don't really have a problem with static. I like static electricity, honestly. When you're wearing like fuzzy pajamas and you're if you okay, lay in bed, wear your fuzzy pajamas, and like just move your legs across like your sheets with the lights off, and you'll see the electricity. It's really cool, actually.
yeah. I don't know.
That's fun.
I think it's because it's a combination of I have a lot of chest hair, so like my shirt, if it's a shirt that generates static electricity, which I do wear, like I don't know what material it is, if it's nylon or like um yeah, it's kind of like that synthetic material that it seems to generate a lot of static. But I wear that, and then I think the sweatshirt on top of it, it just I feel like electro or something. Like I just shoot lightning bolts out of my hands. Um,
Okay.
okay. Anyway,
Okay.
oh yeah, I found out about an animal that I thought was cool. It's called the
Oh,
false killer whale.
the fuck. Okay, I'm looking up a picture.
Look up a
I think
picture.
I might know about this
It's
actually.
like it's like a it looks like it's in the family as a killer whale or a dolphin or something, but I think it's like its own unique thing. I just thought the name was interesting. It's fall. I
It
mean,
kind
it
of
makes
looks like
sense.
if you crossed a dolphin and a killer whale.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
That's kind of I don't like looking at this anymore.
Yeah.
I don't like his little teeth.
Hey, don't be mean.
Sorry.
Um, oh yeah, I wrote down we make meat from vegetables. Why don't we make vegetables from meat? Brock, you're really
You know,
killing me here.
Jack, you say things and sometimes they hit different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure somebody in the audience is laughing. Our one viewer finds it funny, I'm sure. Maybe he's not even here anymore because we waited too long. We lost him.
I think it was funny.
Okay. Um, I think that time travel vacations would be really cool. Where would you go, Brock? Or sorry, when? When would you go?
Well, I would probably go whenever I had the free time. But
Oh,
what time
hold
period?
on, Brock, Brock. That is quite possibly the stupidest response you could have given. You don't need free time if you're time traveling. It doesn't time
No,
won't
Jack.
like pass.
It's a joke. When would I travel to? Uh, probably okay, here's the problem with my answers, right? There's
Yeah,
really no good answer to this question
true.
because at any given time period there was something really bad affecting the world.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
would say like, "Oh, I want to go back to caveman times." And then you live in caveman times. "Oh, I want
yeah,
to go back to the Renaissance." Then you're going to get beaten to death in the streets for being a Christian.
yeah,
Um
yeah. Like I was gonna say. I wanted to go back to the 70s because I think that would be a pretty cool
I was
time. Like
also
it's
gonna
kind
say
of
the
funky,
70s, and then I was
but
like,
uh-oh.
I was
Yeah.
like, the problem with the 70s is everything sucked except for like a few small things that we look at and are
Yeah.
like, man, I miss the 70s.
And a lot of stuff was still racist because it
Yeah,
had not
I'd be
not been a
worried
long
of
time.
traveling to like, did you ever watch the movie Taxi Driver?
No, actually, I haven't.
It's
That's the
just
one
a
with De
movie
Niro,
about,
right?
yeah, it's about a gritty taxi driver in disgusting 1970s New York City. I'd be so scared of traveling to disgusting 1970s New York City.
What if you had Robert De Niro there as your chaperone?
That would be almost worse because of the movie.
Oh, okay. Um, yeah, cool. Let's see.
What would you do? What's your answer?
I literally wrote down here, I want to go back to the days when people could groove to funky music and have a good time. That's what I wrote down on this page. So that's
Okay.
like the 70s. I like the 70s. There's actually a game show I've been watching called what's it
That
called?
70s show.
No, it's not that. It's That's not even a game show. It's called I think Name Your Price or something. It's a spin-off of like, you know, uh the other game show, but it's all set in the 70s and it's pretty funny.
Hmm.
Anyway, what else we got here? I think that, oh yeah, I want to whatever happened to Super Size Me at McDonald's? And I mean I watched the
The
documentary. I think
movie?
most kids did. Yeah. Well, no,
What
sorry.
happened to the
Like
movie?
no. Like the actual like you could like there was a time where you could be like they'd
Right.
ask you if
Supersize my
want
meal.
right.
I
And
am gonna say
I
that
think
the
it's about
movie.
time they could bring it back. That's
I
all I'm
don't
saying.
think so
Why not?
because I don't know if we're at a point where we can say that McDonald's is better than it was.
I don't know if it's healthier. I don't really care. I just think people are slightly smarter and more aware of their eating choices. So like people that want it can get it. I mean, the only reason that they got rid of it was because that guy like almost died by eating McDonald's for like 2 weeks straight.
It was a
I
month.
think.
It was
Well,
three
I don't.
times a day for a
Did he
month.
make it? Did he make it the full month though? I thought he
No, I
didn't.
don't think he did.
Yeah.
I mean, but it wasn't because he didn't try. It was because a doctor was like, "You're going to die. Like you can't do this."
Yeah. Did you know he came out with a sequel to that like a
I
few
think I
years ago?
told you about that.
Yeah,
The
Super
chicken.
Size Me too. He opened his own chicken place that was
That
like
one,
brutally
I
honest.
think. I think that one was more informative than the other one because, like, everybody knows McDonald's is bad for you. I mean, nobody probably knows the full extent, but like
Well, nowadays, true.
nowadays. But like, I feel like the chicken one was really informative because it shows the disgusting white underbelly of the fast food chicken you know
Industry.
side of it. Yeah,
Yeah, true. I didn't watch it fully, but seems good. I would
yeah, it
recommend
was
watching
pretty.
both of those. The guy's pretty informative. It's always
Yeah,
good to know what you're eating. I feel like that's something a lot of people tend to take for granted because
yeah, definitely.
everything is marked. Nutrition labels are always available for things, and
I think one of the
that's
best
something
pieces
that's
of
good.
advice, the best pieces of advice you can give to somebody is like, don't force yourself to try to eat healthy. Force yourself to look at the ingredients and calories list on the back of whatever you're eating, and then that will
Yeah,
subconsciously make you eat healthier.
yeah. Honestly, that does help. I'm a real like anal person about Um, like I'll look at like if I have a drink, I don't know why I always look at the sugar, like the amount of sugar in it, and I always just kind of like go ugh if it's like too high. And some things you wouldn't even think have sugar in them have like a ton. So
Hmm.
it's kind of scary sometimes.
Same with
Like I
me
think
in the sense of, I'm allergic to tree nuts, so every time I
yeah,
have to check the ingredients list on the back, and it's usually written in bold,
yeah,
like made in a factory or contains whatever. So I'm always there, and I always just happen to like eye up and look at what the calories are, how many sugars or fats are in it. And quick breakdown, there's a little percentage next to, like, it'll say like 6 grams of sugar, and there's like a little percentage number next to it. For those that don't know, that percentage is out of 100% of the number of sugar. So if 6 grams of sugar is like 30%, and you're drinking 3 cans of Coke a day, Like, let me read you this bottle I'm drinking right now. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Total
Yeah, I'm
fat,
ready.
0 grams. Total sugars, 36 grams of sugars, 71%. That is the greater majority of my daily sugar intake in this 12-ounce can.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of like it depends on what you're looking at, but like sodium and like sugar, for example, like 100% is like you're not supposed to have 100%. It's just like
Right.
that's
It's
like
and of course
not
it's
gonna
different
kill
for
you.
every human person.
Yeah,
Everybody's different, but like,
but then there's stuff like vitamins where like you might not want to have more than 100% because like certain things can like screw up your
yeah, you can
the inner
vitamin
workings of
poison
your
you.
body. Like there's a couple times where I eat vitamins like pretty much every day,
Hmm.
and then there was a time where I got an additional vitamin and I looked at the thing and it was um like way too much vitamin D. Like I mean vitamin D is kind of different because you don't really get it from food, you get it from the sun, and like I think
Right.
eggs are like one of the few things that give it to you.
Hmm.
But it was a lot, so I only
Yeah.
I like halved it. And then there's another one, the other one I do it's like it's called the brand is called one a day, right? So you assume, oh, you eat one a day. No, on the back, if you read the fine print, it says like two daily, eat two gummies daily. And I'm like, okay, what? Why would you advertise one a day as your brand and then have it doesn't even make sense. Just make the gummy bigger. I don't know. Seems kind of silly.
Yeah. Well, for our listeners out there, if you take anything from today's podcast, look at what you're eating. Not
Yeah,
literally, but look at the like if you're going to get a pack of I don't know, M&Ms, look at the ingredients, look at the calories. And
yeah,
I'm not going to be the guy to be like, "Don't eat that, it's too fat, it's too sugary." But like just take a peek next time. Inform
yeah,
yourself.
yeah. You know what I
Knowledge
would
is power.
recommend? My one tip would be like if you like to, eat something, like say you're a sucker for sweet stuff. Like that's me. I like sweet stuff. Um if
That's why
like
you're
you
friends with me.
oh, what a wholesome moment.
Oh, babe.
Um what I was gonna say was uh say you have the option, right? You're at lunch and like they have like I don't know, a Hershey bar. Like, you can just grab it with your lunch and eat it. Um that's easy, right? That you can that's like
Right.
they're everywhere. Stuff like easy sweets, candy. I would much rather stop myself from eating that and then like sometime later in the week eat like a molten lava cake with some really good ice like
Right.
French vanilla
Right.
ice cream. Like if you're gonna cheat, like have
It's
something
like
unhealthy,
points.
make it good. Make it actually
It's
good.
right. It's like points throughout the week. It's like I can have this if I have 10 points of sweet things for the whole week. I can have 3 candy bars, and that's 10 points. Or I can save up all those 10 points for Friday and go out and get a ice cream. Ice cream.
I'm gonna say I have to disagree with that because I
No?
would say that a candy bar and like a scoop of ice cream are probably equally
Well,
unhealthy.
I was saying it in the sense of that's the idea, not literally.
All right, fair enough, yeah. Um, anyway, I have one more small thing, and then I've got, some bigger stuff we can get into. And I know one of the things is something you wanted to do, so I'll go into
Some
that too.
bigger fish to fry.
Yeah. I just want to say, I want to get I want a capybara, and where do I get one?
Australia, right? No.
No, no, what the hell?
Where are
It
they
was a
from?
rhetorical question, Brock. I know where to get them. I just,
Are they from
South
where?
America,
Like, okay. Yep. Yeah, South
I
America.
think.
I think you are
I
correct.
think you're
Yeah.
thinking of the quokka, Brock.
I'm thinking of something. Um uh, yes, you're right. South America.
But like, can I own one in the United States as a pet? Is that legal?
Let's see.
They're
Can
like
I
rodents, right?
own a Yes, they are a rodent.
I think they're the
Can I own
largest rodent.
a they're
You can own
banned in
rats.
California and Georgia.
Oh, well, I
What
don't
let's
live
Here
there,
we
so I'm
go.
okay.
What states can I own a capybara in the United States? Let's see. Here we go. Here, This is one of these websites that doesn't literally give you an answer. You have to read a whole article.
I'll just list all the ones that.
I'm trying to find them.
It's all right. Maybe there are none.
Here we go. In states such as Georgia and California, capybaras are banned as pets. Speaking of the state you can freely and comfortably own a capybara, it's legal to adopt a capybara in New York, Pennsylvania, and Texas. As for some regions, you need a certificate or permit to have this animal in your possession. So, maybe.
I'm moving to Texas.
What about New York? Isn't that not closer?
I don't care. I feel like in general, like tech, like if you just like Texas is like, they're big on supposedly being free, like
Yeah, right.
that makes sense. I feel like there's a lot of like if you just wanted to not be fucked with, just move to Texas probably.
I think it's not because they're, well, I mean, obviously it is partially because, like, they're, the live free or die state.
Yeah. Well,
That's
I thought
that's
that was
that's
New
not
Hampshire's Don't
that's
Tread on Me, right?
that's I don't think
Or is that New Hampshire? I feel like that's New
I
Hampshire. Or that
I
Maine.
don't
I don't know.
I think that was
That's definitely
just
not Texas.
yeah, New Hampshire. Well, they're the, don't they're the come and take it state, which is a great
Oh, okay.
motto. I feel like it's partially because they're like that and partially because it's like the majority of the people that live in Texas live kind of in the middle of nowhere and nobody really cares what you do,
True,
you
true.
know?
I mean, there are big cities in Texas, but yeah,
Oh
that
yeah,
makes
I mean,
sense.
of course, there's tons of, but like for example, I have a family member who lives near upstate Texas, but he just lives in like the middle of nowhere. Like you got to drive like 2 hours from the local city to get to his home.
Damn.
And I think it's just a sense of like, I mean, if you live that far away from people and you're just doing your own thing and you're not really messing with anybody, who cares?
True.
True,
I
true.
agree.
I agree
Um,
too.
Maybe they allow capybaras because geographically they're like the closest to South America. That's not true at all. I'm
Could
just
be.
saying. Anyway, anyway,
Could be.
um, probably not. Let's talk about the Oscars now, shouldn't we? That's
Yeah,
topical. That happened
that was
yesterday.
that was wild. Okay, for
First,
those
first
that
I want
did
to ask
not
you.
see it, yeah,
Okay,
go ahead.
nobody actually watched the Oscars, right? Just to make sure.
Yeah, the Oscars was tough to watch this year. I will say that it was difficult and boring and had one exciting moment, and we're talking about it. Besides that,
Okay.
it was kind of just.
Okay, so you actually
Here's my
did
thing.
watch the whole thing.
I did begrudgingly.
Okay.
I do not like award shows. I feel like it's just celebrities patting themselves on the back, and nobody should really care about that because you've already given them millions and millions and millions of dollars. So what's a little
Yeah.
trophy that says you did it? You know?
I can see some award shows working, but yeah, I would say the overwhelming majority ends up being really like based on nepotism and
Right.
just not actually doing anything productive.
So, for those that did not watch it, Chris Rock is on stage. And, he's a comedian, he's a funny fella. And he's cracking a few jokes and he's looking around, he's, joking around with the audience. And he sees Jada Pickett Smith, Will Smith's wife, who is suffering from alopecia and hair loss. She is completely bald shaven at this moment in time. And he looked at her and goes, Jada, I'm excited for G.I. Jane 2, which is a movie in which it was a female in the military, and she obviously had a shaved head. And it was obviously a joke about her, shaved head, which is it's a little messed up because it's not really something she can control. But I mean, on the same spectrum, women make fun of bald men all the time. So,
True. Equality.
yeah, so whatever. And there is a short snippet of Will Smith having a good chuckle about that joke, like a real hearty laugh. And then the cameras go away, and apparently what happened was Jada Pinkett Smith looked at Will, gave him the daggers, and was like, "That wasn't funny. You should do something about that since you're my husband." Also, by the way, Will Smith, grow up. You're a little baby man.
Yeah, I think he proved that.
And so he goes up on stage. Chris Rock's still giggling to death. And Will Smith, as Chris Rock says, smacks the shit out of him. Just gives him a good hearty smack. Open hand, twisting body. And I will say, Chris Rock took it like a champ.
Yeah, I his
Didn't
respect, like
did
my
not
respect
even
for him. Oh my
stumble.
God, it's so much higher now.
Yeah. So Chris Rock is still giggling because it's, and everybody in the audience is laughing because they're like, oh, haha, it was staged. And Will Smith's now back to his table and he says something like, keep your wife's name out of my mouth. And Chris
Yep.
Rock's like, dude, it was just a joke, and
And he
the
says it
room
even
is
louder the
yeah,
second time.
and then the room is dead silent, and they're like, Will Smith is screaming at Chris Rock on stage, and then the
Hmm.
whole thing gets really awkward for like a good 15 seconds until it returned to like the fun in the room talking host sort of thing. But yeah, that was literally the only exciting part about the Oscars last night. Will Smith did win, I believe, Best Actor for
Yeah.
King Richard, and he went up, bawling his eyes out, and he was like, "I would like to apologize to the Academy and everybody here." And it's like that's such a half-assed apology. But then again, you didn't want to do it in the first place. You did it because your wife has a grip on you. You know.
Yeah. It's crazy. I I think the funniest thing I saw was like, well, just like think about from Chris Rock's perspective. Like you can tell from the video, like he thinks like, oh, Will's coming up to do a bit, or like
Yeah.
maybe he's
Well,
gonna like just say
he's
something
still
into the
laughing.
microphone. Yeah.
Well,
And
that's
then he just
exactly that's
he walks
exactly
right
what
up
I
to him
would
and
have
clocks
thought.
him in the face.
That's exactly what I've thought because I'm looking at the table. Will Smith is laughing to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
joke I just told.
It
The
must be
only
with
reason he went up there is because Jada Pinkett gave him the signal, like, mess this guy up. He made fun of me. You're my hitman for the evening.
yeah. You know the meme where it's the Hank from Breaking Bad where he's smiling and then he goes straight to like the death
Yeah,
stare face. That's literally what happened in the 2 seconds that the camera panned away from Will Smith, and then he just walks up onto the stage. I saw another video that was hilarious because Chris Rock played Marty in Madagascar, so it was
hmm
that scene from Madagascar where what's the lion's name? Alex. He's like
Alex
they're on the beach and he's
running at
running
each other.
towards Marty and like at first they think it's a hug but then like Marty or Alex is actually trying to like eat him because he thinks he's like food, and that's
Right.
literally basically the same thing that happened with Will
hmm
Smith.
So I think a lot of people, as of last night, have lost a lot of respect for Will Smith and gained a lot of respect for Chris Rock.
Yeah. Their family seems like absolutely psychotic now, and I don't think anybody could be persuaded otherwise unless you're just willfully ignorant.
See, now here's where it gets weird for me. I thought that Will Smith and his wife were split up after the thing
They
she did
were,
with. Okay, so
I
why?
think.
So what? Is this family just insane?
Yeah. So like I saw a comment that was like, "Oh, he's Chris Rock was lucky that Jada Pinkett's other like 8 boyfriends weren't there to also go on stage."
Yeah, Jada Pinkett's 8 other boyfriends who are actually her son's best friends. That
Yeah,
was the
that
worst part
family's
about
messed
it.
up.
Like, getting cheated on, is obviously a horrible thing, especially when you're married and have 3 kids. But to find out that it's your son's best friend, like a 20-year-old kid, that's terrible.
Like the more I think about it, it kind of seems like Jada is just like having like a bunch of people like wanting to be her husband and just being like, okay, fight it out. Whoever's the strongest comes out on
hmm
top, and that's probably why Will Smith had to like go ultra macho mode all of a sudden.
It
Like,
was
because
just
if he
really
didn't do that, he would have just
strange.
lost her immediately.
It was just really, really
I know, it's
strange.
crazy.
But
But again, nobody likes the Oscars, so at least that was slightly entertaining this year.
yeah, I kind of am just done with award shows, and I have been for a while. They just bore me to death because, like I said, it's just these boring celebrities every year. It's the same ones, just in a room patting each other on the back. Like, who cares? We know you're
Yeah.
famous, whatever.
But yeah, if you haven't seen it, go watch the clip and
Yeah,
tell us what you think in
I
the
I
comments.
will
You
say
know?
the only positive I will give to Will Smith, it was a hell of a slap. It was a good
It was
good
pretty good
form.
form.
It was a good form, good thunk. You really heard it because he obviously hit like Chris Rock's microphone that's usually like attached to their tie or whatever. He obviously hit something because you really hear
Yeah,
it. You really hear a
you
thunk.
did. Yeah, you hear something.
But then again, Chris Rock stood there, took it like a champion, didn't even stumble, stood right back up, carried on.
Yeah.
What a fella.
Anyone that wants to actually try and defend uh, Will Smith over Chris Rock, saying Chris Rock shouldn't have made that joke, like he's a comedian. comedians can make jokes, and if they're bad, you know what the normal human response isn't? Walking
Not
up on
laughing.
stage and
Yeah,
beating the
right.
shit out of whoever said the joke. That's what a gorilla does. Like it's
Well,
just like we're humans. We know how to
like
like take
yeah,
criticism. I
you know
don't
how
know.
to act like a human being. Well, the whole thing was everyone else in the room thought it was funny except Jada Pinkett Smith. Will Smith thought it was a funny joke, but
Yeah, no, you're
whatever.
right. You're right. I know. It's crazy. All right. So do you have anything else you want to add? Because I have some I have a bunch of really good big ideas for the podcast, and that's all that's
N-
left. So we have to pick
No,
one.
I'm excited for this now.
You
I want
should
to
be
hear
excited
this.
because I have been so excited to try any one of these things, and I'm trying to
Okay.
figure out. I don't know if I should say them all now. If you'd like me to, we can, and then we can pick. Or do you just want me to pick one and go with it?
I don't know. I want to hear all of them, but I don't. It's
All
up to
right.
you. Go ahead.
Well, I'll let you. I'll let you on it. Let's see here. Um.
I think we
Uh.
should say them to give the audience a little
Okay. So the
taste.
first one is uh, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but there's a website called Would You Press the Button,
Mm-hmm.
where it just gives you a would you like it gives you like two things. It's like, okay, this happens if you press the button, which is something positive, and but something negative also happens, and you have to weigh them in your mind and decide whether or not you want to press the button. And usually they're pretty insane. And this website was made in like 2005, so there's a lot of like old classic funny stuff on there still, because it's
Right.
all user submitted. Um,
Right.
also, um, I guess that was it actually. There are other things, but I think we should do that one.
Okay.
Are you interested? Or
Yeah.
unless you want to do, there was another one I added like literally an hour ago, where we go onto the SCP wiki and just find a random one and just read it.
Ugh.
But
I'll tell you what. I watched the Mandela catalog fully through for the first time, and I don't need to do that again.
I don't know what that is.
It is. I don't even know how to describe it. It's analog horror, but it's like incredibly horror. Like, it's. I watched it and I didn't sleep that night.
What is analog horror? Is that like a video
It's
kind of thing?
like. It's like. Do you know Local 57?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, is it like that?
It's like that. It's
So it's
like
more audio based than, or no? Is it visual?
uh, both. Definitely more visual, I would say, but
Okay.
it definitely has aspects. Um, Let me see if I can get a legit definition. But it's really a terrifying. It's a short series on YouTube. Here we go. Analog horror is a subgenre of found footage that mimics the older analog style of video media, such as old TV broadcasts, VHS tapes, or vintage film, while adding horror elements
Oh,
to the
okay.
video to create a feeling of unease, fear, discomfort in the viewer. This genre was popularized by YouTube web series Local 58. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you need to stay up all night and feel like you're not alone in your empty house, definitely would recommend uh, the Mandela catalog.
That's a little misleading, I think, Brock, because I don't know about you, but I would love to not feel alone at night, but I don't know if I'd want the company of like some eldritch horror. So
Well, it's demons.
I so yeah, you want to do some push the button?
Yes, but first I want you to open up Google Images
Okay.
and I want you to type in Mandela catalog Jesus.
Whoa. What the hell? That looks a little funky.
Yeah, you don't like him, do you?
He's not that scary. I think the audio probably adds to it, but he's
That's
not.
that's
He's, I don't
debatably
know.
one of the least scary parts of the whole episode of the whole. I think
Okay.
it's like 3 or 4 episodes.
Cool.
But
Yeah.
the story is actually very good. If you follow it for the story, that's very good. But yeah, let's press some buttons for a few minutes.
Sounds like a plan.
You sound like a plan.
Where are we? Okay. All right. You ready for this? I'm gonna read them all out to you, and you have to decide. Will you press the button? You will gain the world, but lose your soul. I don't know what
What
the hell that
what would
means.
I do with the world? It's too big. I can't even put it in my pocket.
So you get this is literally just get everything, but like lose your soul, I
This is
guess.
just Jeff Bezos simulator.
This is a stupid question. Um, I would rather keep my soul. I don't know about you. What do you say?
I guess so. I don't need everything.
All right, I will not press the button. 60% of people also wanted to keep their soul. So, all
Hmm. There
right,
you go.
next one. All right, this is a better one. You can time travel into the future anytime you like, skipping past undesired moments of your life, be it 3 seconds or 10 years. You can do this as often as you please. Okay. But if you press the button, gaining this power will also cause you to age 25% faster from now on, regardless of how often it's used. Also, you can never travel backwards in time and can never travel past the moment of your fated death. Effectively, each use brings you closer to your deathbed.
Yeah, I still don't think I would do it because like even when life's shitty, at least you're living, you know?
Yeah, yeah, I would rather have a longer life than be able to skip forward to something
Because
in the future.
I don't think my life is so bad that I need to constantly be skipping and then give up living a certain
Right.
amount of time.
Yeah, I would say that for the majority of days, I would rather experience them than not. Um,
Yeah, exactly.
there might be a couple here and there where I wish I could just kind of forget about it or skip it, but overall, I
But
would rather
usually you
experience it.
should be able to try to find like at least one good thing that happened in a day.
Yeah. All right, so I'm not gonna press it. What about you? No?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. 77% of people agree. That's a good majority. All right. Okay, this is similar. You can stop time whenever you want, but you will age twice as fast.
Yes, I would take that because I can stop time.
Um, I don't think I would take that. That means you die like twice as early if you're gonna die from old age.
Yeah, but if you
Stopping,
stop
I'm
time, you
assuming.
can live
Wait,
infinitely.
but does stopping time mean that you stop as well, or are you just freezing everything around you?
I need more information because when I stop time, does that stop my process of aging or does
There
it
is none,
only
Brock. This person wrote this in 2005.
I know I'm aware, but I'm saying if I was actually going to answer the question for real, I would need a little more information. But
Right. There's going to be a lot of that.
as it is, I would say, yeah, I take it.
Yeah, if you are allowed to move around during that time,
Hmm.
I would say yeah, I would
Because even
actually
if
press it.
like say I live 80 years, 40 years is a long time. Plus, I can stop time and make it feel longer. So yeah, I think I would do that.
Yeah, yeah, you can accomplish a lot without other
Yeah.
people
Oh
moving,
yeah.
honestly.
Yeah,
So yeah,
man.
I'll
Could you
press it.
imagine the amount of work I would get done if I had the ability to stop time and just sit and do it and then have done 10,000 pages of paper in 5 minutes?
I'm gonna break it to you, Brock. You don't need to do your homework if you can stop time.
You'd have to eventually.
No, no, you don't. No, you wouldn't. You could literally just go like take money from a bank. Like they're not gonna be able to stop you.
Yeah,
Or
but the
like you could
IRS would get you, and you can't mess with the IRS.
you could literally kill every person on the planet if you wanted to before you
Yeah, but Jack, I'm not
unfroze
an
time.
animal, okay? I didn't think of
I
it
know.
like that.
Okay, whatever. Yes, only 43% of people pressed the button. So more people said they would rather. I mean that they might have had a different interpretation, like you wouldn't be able to move,
Right.
was what I thought originally. But yeah. All right, next one.
But if you wouldn't be able to move, why would you stop time? What does that do for you?
Right. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. I mean, I
And
guess you can maybe
how do
look
you
around, but
restart time if you can't
oh right,
stop?
you wouldn't be able to think.
Yeah.
I guess we gotta give them some leeway with these questions. They're hypotheticals. But the next one is you press the button, you get to turn into a girl, but our girlfriend turns into a boy.
Um
That doesn't apply to us, does it?
I don't yeah. Um
Because
I
we
would
are
turn
single.
into I would turn into a girl for a day, but like I like being a guy, but I don't know. Maybe I would like being a girl. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, the downside doesn't matter, but would I want to? Yeah, temporarily.
Yeah,
I think
for a
I'd
limited
rather
amount of time, I would.
stay a guy though overall.
Yeah, I think so.
But I mean, there are definitely some advantages you've got to think about. Like, women live longer on average. Um, I think, right? They
If
are.
I could be a girl for like a month out of my whole life, that would be cool.
Yeah,
If I could,
I would say I could go up to like a year maybe, but I wouldn't do more than that because then you're like really fucking with yourself. You
yeah, I
probably would
don't.
like start to like freak out after that point. You'd be like, who am I? Like you don't even know
Yeah,
who you
right.
are anymore.
I don't like this question anymore.
Okay, let's continue. I'm not going to press. It was a 48-52 split. 48 people said, or 48% said they would press the button to become a
48
girl.
people are not worried about you, our boy BF, becoming
Yeah,
girl.
I mean, I guess maybe these people are single, so I don't know. We'll see. I guess if you did have a, I mean, I don't know. That'd be kind
That's
of cruel though. Like if you pressed this and then that happened and they didn't want it to happen, they'd probably just break up with you, like
yeah.
instantly. Anyway, all right. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, it's a really good one. All right. So if you press the button, you become the most famous pirate, but you will never become captain.
How do you- Such a weird. How do you become the most famous pirate without being a captain?
You kill a
Also,
lot of people, I guess. You get a
I
lot of
don't want to be
treasure.
a pirate. Pirates like they're cool, but like their lifestyles were so horrible. I don't want to eat
Okay, come on.
hardtack.
Like the pirates are cool though. You get to get gold and treasure and
Yeah, but then you
booty.
get scurvy and you die of sickness in the middle of the ocean on a boat.
Okay, okay,
And you're not
whatever.
even the captain. You have to live amongst the rascals below deck.
Well, you're the most famous pirate. I guess
Yeah,
that
but
does
you're
make
not the captain.
true. Yeah, maybe you're not. You could be famous for doing like, you could be like, oh, Three Finger Joe lost two of his fingers to a shark or something, and then that's why you're the most famous. That's not that cool. Like, you might be famous for a bad reason. You never know.
Right.
Um, yeah. So
I don't think I would.
yeah, I wouldn't press it. I could be a normal pirate for maybe a couple days, but like, I mean, nowadays pirates don't exist. So, well, I mean,
Somali
they do, but
pirates.
yeah, Somalian pirates and stuff, but not like, classical pirates or whatever.
Arg.
Us, 62% of people wanted to become the most famous pirate.
Good for them.
Yeah, I can see the appeal, but the more you think about it, scurvy, not the best. Let's see here. Okay, you could change any one decision from your past, but you would have to spend the rest of your life unable to make more than minimum wage. So you'd minimum
No.
wage for the rest of your life,
I
but
like I don't have any major decisions that I feel were bad in my past that currently still affect me till
yeah,
this day.
that would have to be something with a lot of weight behind it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's for people that have like murdered and been to prison for life and are on death row.
You could use this button to undo another button that you pressed earlier.
What?
Like if you changed yourself into a girl, right? You could press this button to undo that and fix it, right?
Yes, I guess so, but currently, in the current sense of how the world is currently existing, I would not press that button because I do not, first of all, would like to make more than minimum wage, and second of all, I do not have any major decisions that I feel that I've made a bad choice on that currently still affect me.
I agree. I agree. All right. Uh, not gonna press it. 75% of people also did not press it.
There
So
you go.
good call. Good call. Here's one. You will be able to read people's minds, but only the thoughts that they have about you.
Oh, yeah, no, I would totally press that. I want to know what people think of me. Here's the thing I'm the type of person in the world that's like, I want to know what you think of me, but I don't care what you think of me. You know what I mean? Like,
I
if
don't
you
know if
don't
that's
like me,
true
that's
though. I feel like
fine.
that can't be possible. You can say that, but like if you actually knew what people think about you, you have to be treating them differently or at least thinking about them differently.
Oh yeah, no, no, no. I would totally treat people differently based on how they What I'm saying is, if I was walking down the street and I was like, "Oh, I want to read this person's mind," and this person was like, "Oh, I hate Brock. He's a POS," I'd be like, "Okay, good for you. That's your opinion. I don't really care." But if I was walking down the street and I saw
Would you?
someone
I
that
feel
was
like I would be like, oh, what? That's not
no, because
fair. What I do?
I've grown out of caring about people that much. But like, if I was walking down the street and I saw somebody and they were like, "Oh, that guy, he's so handsome. I wish he would talk to me." Of course, I would like go up and talk to that person.
Yeah, that'd be a
I
pretty
think
easy
I
way
would
to
press this
tell,
button.
like, if somebody was interested in you or something, right?
Plus, at
Like,
the same time, it's not like it's constantly running. It's not like it's constantly scanning people's minds. It's when I choose to do, I feel like.
okay, yeah, if that's true, I would press it. Yeah, I just wouldn't
Yeah.
want to like constantly be aware of everything that people are thinking about me at
Yeah.
any time.
So like
Like,
for your
imagine
example,
you're.
you
Sorry,
for
go.
your example, you just wouldn't have to if you had the ability to like turn it on and off, you just wouldn't read the minds of people that you felt had a negative opinion of you.
Yeah. Could you imagine like if you weren't able to turn it off, like giving a presentation in front of a classroom? That would like literally be the
That
worst
would
thing.
blow. That
They
would
would be like,
stink.
"Oh my God, he messed up that word. Oh my God, his outfit sucks." Like you literally would just like stutter and then run away. Like you would not
Yeah.
be able to do that.
Yeah, that would be bad.
All right, I'm clicking it. Uh, all right, yeah, 81% of people agreed. So that's the biggest one so far. So that was a good call.
Give us one more big good one to end it off here.
Okay. Oh. All right. Uh, you will get everything you've ever wanted until you're old and happy, but after you die, you will spend eternity reincarnated as a spoon, constantly being put in people's mouths and washed over and over again.
Uh, do I I know I can't ask you because you don't have the answers, but I was going to say like do I have feelings as a spoon or do I just exist as a spoon?
Right. That's the thing with reincarnation is like you wouldn't know if you were reincarnated just based on science, right? Like like
Well,
you
if
would
you were
not have.
reincarnated as an inanimate object, if you
Well, even if you were an animal, like an ant, for example, you would not be able to possess a human consciousness inside of the brain of an ant. Like it's just not
yeah, I
possible.
guess not. You'd have to be
Um,
reincarnated as a human or
or like
whatever
something
you
with
were
the equivalent
previously. Right,
intelligence.
like a
Yeah,
dolphin.
yeah. Um,
No, I don't think I would do that. I'm very quite happy with what I have. There are very few things that I
well, wait,
desire.
what? Well, but what are you sacrificing by being a spoon? Like for after you die, so like your life is awesome, and then you die and you're a spoon. Like, but like you're gonna die anyway. Like, I guess it
Maybe
depends
you're
on what you
right,
think about
actually,
for.
because it's like if we're going down the route of reincarnation and we just have no idea, like we just exist as a spoon, I guess it wouldn't be that bad because you don't have the conscience of, oh man, I was a human and this sucks. You
Yeah,
always were just like, I'm a spoon. But
yeah. It
yeah,
it
no,
just
I think now that you said it like that, yeah, I think I would do it, I
I
guess.
think it just depends on like what you view is going to happen in the afterlife. Like if you're an atheist and you think the life just goes, it's over, once you die.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
why not? Okay, who cares? I'm a spoon. But like if you
Right.
think you're gonna like, I think in like, is it Hindu that like you're reincarnated and like you can change caste or you're just a different person or something? Is that
I
something that?
don't think it's changing caste, but it's like you kind of work your way up a ladder of existence. And I remember correctly, I think human is supposed to be like the final form, and then you go to nirvana. You attain
Okay.
nirvana.
Oh right, yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So
So
yeah, I don't
humans
know.
like the final test, I think it is, because
So
we're the most like conscious beings on the planet.
So
You know
yeah,
what I
if
mean?
you believed in that religion, then you probably would not want to press this because the spoon would probably be way at the
Yeah,
bottom.
right, right.
You'd have to work your way up the ladder again. So yeah, I'll press it. I'll press it. only 44% of people
Well,
agreed with that. That's surprisingly
they
low. I
obviously
thought
don't
that would
have
have
a
been
they obviously don't have a group
higher.
of friends that have sat around and talked about this in depth.
Yeah, it's a good question. I
Yeah.
like this one.
Well,
Oh
Jack,
yeah.
I'll say it. It was exciting talking to you again after almost a month.
What, you don't want to do like the 3-hour podcast that we need to make up for the past month?
Not really.
Well, you don't like talking to me for more than an hour and 15 minutes ish each day? That's it? That's all you can
I don't
handle?
talk to you. I don't talk to you every day. I would never talk to you every day.
Well,
That would be
every
rude.
week, like you wouldn't consider doing like a longer episode?
I might. It would have to be a special event.
Well, is this not a special event? We haven't been here for like a month. We could keep going.
Nah,
No.
I can't keep going. I don't know about you.
You can?
I cannot.
You cannot. All right. Well, that's fair. I mean, we gotta break it up somewhere. Um, yeah. All right. Well,
Well,
any last words? Not a threat,
yeah,
just asking.
yeah. Hit me between the eyes and really take me out this time. No, I'm happy that we're back, and sorry
Hmm.
for skipping a few weeks and almost a month.
It's
I hope you
okay.
didn't miss
Life's
us.
been hitting us just about as hard as Will Smith clocked Chris Rock yesterday.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So thank you for listening, and we hope to see you next week because we will be back. That's a promise. We'll be back
well,
next
we
week.
won't see anybody because,
We
we
hope
just
to speak to you
laptop
next
screen.
week.
We don't speak directly.
We
We
hope
hope you
to.
listen in
We hope.
next week.
We hope that you listen in next week because we
There we
promise
go.
we'll be back next week. We're
Don't
not gonna.
make promises, Brock.
We're not
Please
gonna skip
don't
three
do that.
weeks this time. Anyways,
But
thank you so much for
okay.
listening, and yeah, go ahead,
All
Joe.
right. 3, 2, 1. Bye bye.